Ladies and gents, boys and girls, children of all ages, I'm your host, Sir Funkiness. Back in the house, man, I can safely say that this is my first show on the road. So, with that being said, hey, I'm on the go. Portable. But today, man, I just want to say, when it comes to corporate America, sometimes maybe I don't get it. Maybe I was brought up different. But sometimes they always say you gotta do a little selling out to advance. You gotta suck up to the boss to grow in the company. Sometimes you gotta sometimes you gotta do a lot for a promotion. You get what I'm saying? You gotta do a lot. And see, myself personally, I can tell you like this. Ain't no job in the world it's no job in the world, meaning I gotta sell my soul, I gotta sell out just to get my point across. Just to say, you know what? I'm the right man for this job. I'm qualified for this job. But I gotta sell my soul just to get my point across. That's crazy, man. That's crazy. Like talk to him, man. Let me talk to him. For example, man, I know for a guy like myself, it was hard for me to get a job, you know, in my teenage years. Because personally myself, I think they look at like social media. That's why they always say, man, be careful what you post on social media. Because jobs do take that in consideration. They do look at your social media page and be like, oh, well, he said he ain't doing this, huh? He said he ain't over. Oh. That's why you don't get no job. That's why you don't get no interviews, nothing. And you know, during teenage years back in high school, man, I was pretty hardcore on social media. I was just posting whatever at that point. So I kind of thought to myself, that's what it had a lot to do with that. But you know, it's cool. I take that one. That's on me. I take that to the chin. But I don't really use a lot of social media now. I get on it every once in a while. I might post something, might like a picture or something to keep it moving. But as I get older, you know, as I get older, I'm in my 20s now. I start to see that, man, to really grow in corporate America, to really grow in a company, you got to do a lot. You got to sell your soul just to get that position, man. See, me, I know this was never like a good thing or a bad thing. Well, I never knew this was a good thing for myself, because I always had that feared reputation of he's somebody that we can't work with. You know, I always had that kind of reputation. He's somebody we can't work with. You know, he need to smile more. Why he always look upset? Why he he don't want to do things the right way. I'm going to tell you simply like this. At this point, I ain't never really cared personally about how somebody from the top, how the top of the food chain, I don't really care how somebody viewed me, be honest with you. Because I'm going to tell you like this, day-to-day basis, I'm not the type of person that walk into a job trying to please everybody. Because in a job or in regular life, period, you can't please everybody. Let's just keep it all the way real. You can't please everybody. So, I mean, like working in my previous job, you know, it taught me a lot. It taught me that, look, selling my soul, it ain't worth it. You know what I'm saying? It ain't worth it. You know, my boss wanted me, you know, when they first, I went through multiple changes with supervisors. Certain supervisors wanted me to do different things. Some supervisors wanted me to play by the book. Some supervisors wanted me to step out of my role. And then when it came down to it, you want me to step out of my role, but when it's all said and done, when it's time for you to have my back, they don't have my back. Yeah, I be mad about that. At the same time, I just look and say, I'm not surprised that they don't have my back. I'm over here overworking myself to the point where it's like, they don't have my back. You know, I had another supervisor who was more just like, look, we're going to do things my way. I don't care about the corporate way of doing it. We're going to do things my way. And the simple fact that they had that kind of mentality was more of, look at the results. He was like, look, I don't care about doing all this kissing up. I don't care about doing all that. You know what I'm saying? I don't get down like that. We doing things my way. When I looked at it, looking at the stats, looking at the numbers, I was saying to myself, this is why I can respect the person like this. And he was a brother. I can respect the dude like this. He doing things his way, and look at the numbers. The numbers paid off. Then, of course, you know, last supervisor before I rolled out, she wanted to turn me into something that I wasn't. Her definition of team leader and my definition of team leader, two totally different definitions. She basically wanted yours truly to be a snitch, be a sellout. You know what I mean? She basically wanted me to be a, you know, every time corporate come in, I turn to this old jolly character. No, ma'am. Now, granted, maybe I messed up my reputation with the higher ups previously in years. You know, he's not, and that's why I said he's not somebody we can work with. He don't do things our way. You know, he's not somebody that, at the end of the day, you got your way of doing things and I got mine. I never been the reason. I never grew. I never had the chance simply because of one thing. I was never a yes man. I was never to the point when corporate come in, I'm in everybody's face smiling, sucking up, shaking hands. My thing to the world is this. At this point, if I see corporate, I'ma shake your hand, say how you doing, I'm going about my business. If me and corporate are not supposed to be best friends. That's as simple as it gets. You can take my advice for it. You can sit here and say, well, Funky, you wrong. That's how you get promoted and stuff like that. That's not how you get promoted. If you think getting promoted, if you think kissing up and sucking up to the boss and sucking up to corporate is getting promoted, then by all means you go the route that you need. I'ma always tell you something. That is not the way that you want to get promoted. Snitching on people, sucking up, being that tattletale, being that teacher's pet, that is not the way you want to go. It's not. That's same thing in school. It's the same thing in life. You do not want to be that teacher's pet. It's cool. It's cool if, you know, y'all after school activities and all that good stuff and whatever. But nah. You want to be that dude always telling like, oh, well, I think we should do things like this. I think, oh, you did a good one. Like, nah. And see what really drove me to do this topic today, due to recent events, I learned that at this point, I'm on my own. I'm on my own. I understand in this corporate day and age, they want me to pretty much they want me to be this character that I can't be. At this point, they want me to turn into a guy that I can't do. They want me to be like, look, we don't want you to lose your we don't want you to lose your partnership. We don't want you to lose your reputation, you know, with the higher ups or with all these people. At this point, my only thing is this. Like I said, I have a feared reputation to the point where I don't have a problem with that. Stuff like that doesn't bother me. Because one thing about me, I'm going to tell you simply like this. I'm not going to take disrespect to the chin. I'm not going to take disrespect to the chin. I'm not going to just get disrespected and then just supposed to take it like, oh, well, you know, you were right. You were right all this time. well, I do apologize. I'm not going to take disrespect to the chin. I'm not going to just look. I'm not going to sit there, because you take disrespect once, it's going to come back to you. It's going to keep coming back over and over and over again. You get what I'm saying? So that's why I say to myself, if me fighting for what I believe in, or me standing up for things that I feel is right, if that means losing my reputation at the end of the day, then by all means, you can I will personally throw my reputation in the trash can for you. That's just what it is. Cause I don't play politics. Let's get one thing crystal clear. Me and politics don't go hand in hand together. Everybody say it's a politics world. You got to do this, you got to do that. Nah, that ain't gonna work for me. But one thing I do learn, being in corporate America, being in a certain system, they say you have to be a team player. I've done that team player thing. It hasn't worked for me a lot. But I can simply tell you like this. At the end of the day, I know who I can trust. I know who has my respect. And then there's some people in the world that you just can't trust. You think, let's break it down for this. You think everybody in corporate America you can trust? You can't. Can you trust your supervisors? You can't. Can you trust your coworkers? You can't. That's why they always say, it's cool to have friends and co, but at the end of the day, I'm always going to be the type of dude to look out for myself first. Because I had people that told me like it is straight. You know what I mean? Back in the summer, I started somewhere new. And, I met somebody that gave me the ins and outs. They didn't threw me on their team. They threw me on their team, made me feel like family right out the gate. I'm only new. You know what I mean? I just became part of the team. Part of the organization. And at the end of the day, they making me feel like, look, we're going to tell you something like this. This is how things is. Don't get caught up in this. Don't get caught up in that. Don't let them do this. Don't let them do that to you. That's why I'm so hardcore. And then on top of that, I'm not really gonna get into too much of it. Cause like I said, but due to like recent events, I basically learned that what I got to say don't matter. And that's fine with me. And what I got to say don't matter, then that means what am I here for? You get what I'm saying? What am I here for? And what I got to say don't even matter. They don't want to hear it, then that's cool. I'm trying to voice my opinion. I'm trying to say, look, I think we should do things this way. Like, well, no, I want you to do things my way. And that's cool. I understand all that. But it's more lines like this. When you start to just sit back and say, yes, ma'am, and yes, sir, you lose a lot of respect. You lose a lot of respect in this day and age, especially from me. Now, and the same thing for your teammates. You got people that will throw you under the bus so they can succeed. I've encountered that on numerous occasions. I done dealt with cliques. I done dealt with kiss up. I done dealt with snitches. All that stuff. I done dealt with that. Imagine me sitting on a team with somebody every single day. And they throwing you under the bus. Every single time. And they want me to sit right here with a smile on my face to say, oh, this is what you should do, and no. This is why people don't understand. I keep most of my answers short and sweet. I keep a lot of things to myself simply because a lot of people take things that I say, they take them out of context just to try to spin them around and make themselves look good. I come back, somebody come to me and say, oh, Funky, what